Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and at this time we'll go ahead and get started with today's promotion ceremony. What an honor it is to be gathered as an agency as we celebrate an exciting opportunity for our three newest promotees. It is the camaraderie and fellowship of family and friends, and just as importantly, our brother and sister officers as we celebrate today that truly makes today a memorable experience. So I will say this, just from housekeeping perspective, you all are free to move about today's event, take as many photos as you like. Obviously we have some professional photographers here and we'll get photos at the end as well. So, but this ceremony is about our promotees, and you all are welcome to get involved and take as many photos as you'd like. So before we begin, I'd like to make a few introductions. I'll start with Mayor Jim Langfelder, and Mayor will offer some remarks later on. Next is Deputy Mayor Kathleen Alcorn. Thanks for being here. Next I have Treasurer Misty Busher. Thanks for being here. And finally, City Clerk Frank Lesko. Thank you very much for attending. I'd also like to introduce my senior staff. At this time, Assistant Chief Josh Stunkel. See, I'm going to go out of order here. Deputy Chief Don Mumo on the end. Deputy Chief Andy Dodd. Commander Sarah Pickford. And Commander Joe Beal. And it's this senior staff team that really has the dedication and leadership to help me in the decision-making process as we move our agency forward. So couldn't do it without them. I certainly appreciate their dedication to our agency. So today's ceremony is an opportunity to formalize the promotion transition process of 2 officers to the rank of sergeant and 1 sergeant to the rank of lieutenant. Each of these individuals have proven time and time again that their dedication to the citizens of our community, as well as their dedication to the fellow members of our agency in both formal and informal leadership roles. And I've seen that and I appreciate that. See, leadership is not a rank displayed on a uniform, and it's not just a salary increase, and it's certainly not about the ability to leverage control, right? Leadership, ladies and gentlemen, is a responsibility that hinges upon your character. It's about integrity. It's about honesty, and again, it's about accountability. True leaders must be willing to sacrifice their time and energy for the betterment of the agency, and must be willing to commit themselves to the organizational goals and values. More importantly, a competent leader must know those whom they oversee on a personal level. In his book, Leading from the Heart, Coach Mike Krzyzewski, or Coach K, who some may say is the greatest college basketball coach of all time, says this: almost everything in leadership comes back to relationships. And naturally, the level of cooperation on any team increases tremendously as the level of trust rises. The only way you can possibly lead people is to understand people. And the best way to understand them is to get to know them better. You see, each of you have the unique opportunity to not just not just manage personnel, but to lead personnel. And that's truly what I anticipate you all will do. You must develop trust and understanding with your subordinates by showing them what it means to be a dedicated leader. I'm confident that each of you are and will continue to be trusted leaders of the men and women of this agency. And it is at this time that I would like to ask the leader of the City of Springfield, Mayor Langfelder, to come forward and say a few words.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you for your leadership. We really appreciate it. We're proud of what you've done, and also the command staff and the men and women of the Springfield Police Department. And we really congratulate you and thank you, Sergeant Rummans, Sergeant Brown, or soon to be, I should say, momentarily, and Lieutenant Crouch for this important step. And as you take this leadership step, you should always reflect back to when you started as officers, because I always felt it's very important to understand where we came from, how far we've gone, but how far we still have to go. Because we always build on those that came before us. We stand on their shoulders, especially in leadership, and try to prove upon what they've already done for us. And you're joining an elite group with the command staff. I put them above any in the country. I've said this all the time, and it shows each and every day, because the police force, doesn't matter if you're in Springfield or any city in the country, you're always under the microscope, and you're only as good as the day that we're serving. And so that's what's critical. And with the elite group, we hope that you rise to hopefully the point of being commander or deputy chief or chief. And I came from banking as the treasurer, and in banking we give out titles because we don't pay them what they truly deserve. But you cannot put a dollar amount on saving somebody's life. And you understand this as officers, that each and every day you impact somebody's life, and you will not even know it. But one day they'll come up to you and they'll say, "Wow, you really helped me out that day," or you'll know in certain situations that you truly did save someone's life. But it's important that you lead in the fashion that those that have come before us, and of course our greatest public servant, Abraham Lincoln. It's all about government of the people, by the people, for the people, and leading in that fashion. And that's why we rise above all others, whether it's in the police department or any of our departments or at city council level, because that's what we strive for here in the city. So we appreciate what you're doing and the important step you're taking and providing that leadership, so we really, truly, each and every day live up to the vision of Abraham Lincoln. And we really thank the family members for providing that support that they've given you up to this time and beyond this time. And thank you again for serving the city of Springfield.
I feel like we should clap right there. Well, Mayor, I appreciate those words. I appreciate your trust and confidence in our organization. That means a lot for sure. Well, Officer Brown and Officer Rummans, the rank of sergeant is the most critical rank within our organization. Frontline supervisors play a vital role in the health of the officers and the organization as a whole. Utilize this formal supervisory position as an opportunity to make a difference. Proudly display your ability to maintain a critical scene while never forgetting about the welfare of your officers. And Sergeant Crouch, the rank of lieutenant means you have the responsibility to oversee the operations of the entire city. This position requires difficult decision making that oftentimes must be made by you alone. Trust your team in place and rely on your subject matter experts in the field. Remember that collaboration is key. So before we begin the fun stuff, the pinning ceremony, I just want to finish these remarks with one more quote from Coach K. And he says this: "Leaders are always encountering new situations. They have to learn how to meet new challenges, how to adapt, how to confront, and how to win. A leader's job is ongoing. It's like a circle. There is no end, because leadership never stops." So I challenge you, don't ever stop being the role model for those whom you oversee on a daily basis. All right, so at this time, we're going to have the opportunity to do the fun stuff and pin some badges on here. So I'm going to start with Officer Don Rummans. Come on up here. You just stand over here. So Don attended Knoxville High School in Knoxville, Iowa. He also attended the University of Illinois Springfield, as well as the Central Christian College of the Bible. Don has been with the Springfield Police Department for 17 years and been assigned in various units to include the Mobile Field Force, School Resource Officer, Crisis Intervention Team, Traffic Services Section, and the Recruiting Team. Don is married to his wife, Brittany, and they have 7 sons. Let's see if I can get this out in one breath here. Tucker, Braden, Camden, Josh, Jacob, Griffin, and Caleb. And Don will be pinned by his wife, Brittany. Brittany would like to come on up.
Sit if you want. Give him
Well, next up is Burton Brown. So Burton attended Bushnell Prairie City High School, and he went on to Western Illinois University, where he achieved a bachelor's degree in law enforcement, as well as a bachelor's degree in sociology. Burton retired as a first sergeant from the Illinois Army National Guard. He's been with our agency for 15 years. He's previously awarded the Civil Suarez Award. He's also a current member of the Emergency Response Team and the Honor Guard. Additionally, Burton completed 5 phases of leadership training while enlisted in the Army. Burton is married to his wife, Deborah, and they have 4 children, Joshua, Evelyn, Ruth, and Caleb. And Burton will now be pinned by his wife, Deborah. I think you guys practice that. All right, Paula. Paula attended Auburn High School, and she went on to Benedictine University, where she achieved her bachelor's degree in business administration. She then went on to Western Illinois University and achieved a master's degree in law enforcement and justice administration. Paula has been with our agency for 23 years. She has received the following awards: the William Herndon Award, the Abraham Lincoln Award, Sangamon County Advocate of the Year Award, the American Red Cross Hero Award for Public Service, and the Chief's Unit Citation. Throughout her career, Paula has been assigned to the following units: the PAC Unit, the H&T Team, Honor Guard, Neighborhood Police Officer Unit, the Recruiting Team, Crime Stoppers Coordinator of Sangamon County, and most recently she was a sergeant in the Criminal Investigations Division. Paula is married to her husband, retired Sergeant Bob Crouch. She has 2 children, Matthew and Nathan, and they are going to do the honors of, let's see, I don't know who's got the harder job here. Matthew's going to pin the badge on, and Nathan's going to put the lieutenant bars on. So come on up, guys. You got it, buddy. You got it. I got you. Good job, fellas. All right. Thank you. Congratulations. So as we close out today's ceremony, let me conclude by offering a word of advice to each of you. The most crucial support system that you have available is seated right here behind you. Your family is responsible for a major part of your success. Ensure that you give them the honor and the respect that they deserve, not only for this monumental accomplishment, but just as importantly for being there for you each and every day. Continue to lean on them for guidance and support as you begin your respective roles. Sergeant Rummans, Sergeant Brown, Lieutenant Crouch, congratulations. You have earned positional leadership. Now's the time to make it your mission to also earn the trust of your subordinates by building them up and protecting them. I'm proud of each of you. I look forward to watching you lead our agency on the roadmap to success. So do me a favor, why don't you stand up, turn around and face the folks that care for you. let's take a moment and congratulate these three on this excellent achievement that they've earned today. So. Thanks, guys. So that's going to conclude our ceremony. Short and sweet, just what we need. We'll have a receiving line if y'all want to make your way up, congratulate our promotees, and then we'll get some photos and enjoy refreshments. So I thank everyone for coming. It truly is about the SBD family and the family seated here as we continue to move forward. So thanks for being here to support these three. So, thank you.